What's going on? So, gonna quickly say something. So yesterday, I was talking to a close friend about how tricky it is to grow a top step 50k funded account with Tradeovate at the minute because of the scaling rule. You can only have two contracts on mini or micro when under a certain amount of profit. Um, but when you're on top step X on the funded account, it's two minis or 20 micros. So I was just talking, I was like, right, it's really slow and hard to grow. And I was at that point minus $400 in drawdown. And I was just thinking about with a 90 tick stop, that's quite a small stop these days. I can either risk $90 or $450. It's just not very, it's affecting how I'm trading. Not yesterday, but like just in general on the account the whole time. It's really annoying. It's affecting, I'm constantly thinking, is it even worth risking $100 to make $200? It's just so it just takes a while. Um, so I was thinking, right, I may as well just. It sounds stupid. I might as well just get rid of this account now. So last night at work, I just stuck on two mini contracts on NQ. I was like, right, I'm just gonna lose the account. Start today on a combine fresh, so I can. The money isn't really a problem to me. It's 35 pounds, which isn't a problem. That's like one shift at work. The activation is £120, but it's just been Christmas. I've got a bit of money from relatives, so you know, the money's not an issue. Um, so I decided, I'm just gonna just full port the account and see what happens. So I went in with one mini long, lost. My account was down to like minus $700. And then I just decided, you know what, let me just short two minis on NQ last night. And so I longed, sold it back, sold two, and ended up making like $1,000 on this trade. Put my total for the day P&L to 476, and the account balance is now at $145. I got very lucky. I'm aware I was willing to lose the account there and then. I got extremely lucky. Um, so you know, I'm not gonna give that away now. It was 1.15%. I got very, 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 very lucky. So now, obviously, the account $145. Now I've got a bit of drawdown to wiggle with, so I'd be open to taking a one contract on the NQ mini contracts. But also the account is like 1% back to its all-time high, so I've nearly got full 4% drawdown again. So the plan now is to just trade two micros until I get back to $784 and then reevaluate how I'm going to be risking. Maybe go on NQ on the good trades. But last night I was willing to lose the account and now I'm back in the green again. It's sort of motivated me to take it seriously again. Obviously, last night was just a one off. I'm not going to full port my account. I'm not an idiot. I was just willing to lose it. And I'm still willing to lose it, but I'm going to trade it seriously. I'm not going to just full port today. Um, but I got very lucky. That money is not mine. I'm aware of that. That dollar money that I made is not mine at all. And I'm completely aware of that. But I need to prove to myself now and prove to you guys that I deserve to keep this account still. I deserve to keep going. So today, obviously, I failed to recognize this yesterday, but daily imbalance, 4 hour buy side taken, respecting this 1 hour imbalance. We came up, swept out buy side again, and then sold off. Obviously, that was yesterday's trade. So going into today, we now had a 4 hour change in state. This is a series of up close candles. Boom, 4 hour change in the state, left behind a 4 hour imbalance right here, along with the 1 hour imbalance inside of that, which I got marked. I'm keeping this 4 hour change in state just on as reference. There is 15-minute buy side in line with that in the 4 hour imbalance. I don't know if price is going to come up to there because there's a 1 hour imbalance here. Literally, I was watching the charts in the gym and we just completely sold off down to this low right here. But I'm not really seeing this as a liquidity sweep. I'm just seeing it as a way to rebalance price. For the open session, ES, we've made equal highs right here. NQ, we haven't taken them yet, so I'd like to see us manipulate up to that buy side level at open, maybe even wick up to here and then close within this 1 hour imbalance still, and then shorts to the sell side and overall this sell side to continue the sell side of the curve. That is how I'm viewing price going into open. I'm pretty bearish, but I'm open to see what the market gives me. Looking to just do the right things today. Since this sell-off, we've just been generating sell side, here, been leaving all these lows that I'm expecting us to run as low resistance liquidity. I haven't got it saved anymore, but I'm expecting us to run all of this. So that's my outlook going in. I'll catch you guys when I've won, loss, or not taking a trade. I'm aware I need a haircut. It was supposed to be yesterday morning, but the local village was flooded, and so was the hair salon. So my haircut is delayed till next week, and it's getting messy. Anyway, catch you in a second. Peace. Holy cow. I'm speechless. I am speechless. As you can see, this is on NQ. Now, I grew a pair today, to be honest. I grew a pair. Whether this would have happened if what happened last night didn't happen, because I had a bit of a broken mindset going into this trade specifically, but I will cover that in a second. But let's just take a moment, guys. Let's just take a moment. If you're in the Discord server, link down below. Obviously, you already know what's happened. But this is like an $1,800 trade. I took a loss as well today. But this is exactly what I wanted to see happen going in. And we certainly made the most of it. Let's go to micro NQ first, as you can see. There is a loss. Let's talk about this first. So market opened. And this is honestly such a FOMO trade. Right there. NQ came up, took out this high right here. Again, it's a bullshit high. I need to stop doing this. This high means nothing. Such a bullshit high. Like, it means absolutely nothing. It's not the top of a range, whatever. It's just a high. NQ took it and then sold off, and I got FOMO from this sell-off here. I took this as the 5-minute change in the state because, we had these two legs up. 5-minute change in the state right here. So when did that close? 9:40. Just here. So 5-minute change in the state, and this move down just gave me the FOMO. Really, I thought we were just going to go at this point. And then price came back up to the 5-minute change in the state and tapped this inverse fair value gap. I entered my first micro contract right here. I didn't have a stop at this point either. I straight up didn't have a stop. So like I always do that. Came back to the change in the state, wicked this, and I entered my first contract right here when this candle opened. Didn't have a stop because I thought we could manipulate this high again because we're in an area we expect to reject, could tap this high and then come back down. That is what happened in the end. We come back up, make an SMT. Again, another bullshit SMT. Got this high. ES didn't take it right here. NQ did. And then we get a bearish close out. So I enter my next micro contract right there. So 2 micros. I put my stop at that high, risking very little. My stop was 124 ticks. I remember that number. So there we go. That was my entry. That was my stop. And then boom, stopped out straight away. And I realized that was completely FOMO. I thought this was the move. We were going to just go after that. That was complete FOMO. There was no reason to take it. It was just sort of, I want to get in. I want to take a trade. So I lost $136 on that one. Put my account balance down to $8. $8. I remember after yesterday, my account was at minus 432, and then obviously last night I just got really lucky last night, and then got my account to $145. So my account was now at zero. It was at zero. And then my thought process was like, right. Even if I lose a trade where I risk $300, I'm back where I was the day before anyway. And then what I did last night doesn't even matter. Such a broken way of thinking, but that's how I was thinking in the moment. But that was my trade on MicroNQ. You know, target. I was going to go break even here, and then target the external sell side right there. We just got stopped out, chopped up. Very choppy open. Very choppy. Like, that is the 5 minute. That's not very nice. Let's move over to NQ now. So I was looking bearish, if you remember. I've not got it drawn out on this chart, but let me do so ever so quickly. So the daily imbalance, you know, this was yesterday that I failed to recognize. Buy side taken. We then had a 4-hour change in the state yesterday. So I was bearish looking, as this is the external draw. And I wanted to align the internal model with this. I would have liked to see this 4-hour imbalance us come into it, but we didn't. Which is fine. Because we had this 1-hour imbalance down here, you know. There was no real, like, I don't know how to explain it. I guess we come up, take that buy side level. I don't know if there's an SMT there. There might, if there is, it's imperfect, but I don't know. There's not. Yeah, no. Okay. Whatever. Yes, chart's a mess. But yeah, we had this 1-hour imbalance right here. 15 minute inside of it, I like to mark out. You know, 15 minute is a great time frame. And we, you know, had this high on the 5 minute. That is top of the range. We just chop in after that. Generated sell side all morning. With this high put in, we also took this first high. The first poke back into the imbalance, we actually took it. Yeah, then we chopped up. I want to see this internal high taken in this 15-minute imbalance, in the 1-hour imbalance. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I want to see this high taken. I want to see an SMT at this high. I want to see us go to this external sell side right here on the 5 minute of this buy side of the curve and this sell side of the curve aligning with this. Whoa. This sell side of the curve. That's how I'm looking at the market. I'm like, right, I want to align the models. That is what I want to see. How can I capitalize on that now? So obviously I took the first loss around here, and then we had big legs up, clear manipulation, you know, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. That was another confluence that I wanted to add in. That was in my head, like, we've just accumulated, manipulated now, took out buy side. ES is nowhere near, by the way, and also still holding this 1 minute imbalance from open. The first presented fair value gap on ES held the whole time bearish. That was another confluence. I had my eyes on that the whole time as well. Another reason why I went a bit heavier. So super big SMT. You know, ES is nowhere near these equal highs in the 1-hour imbalance. NQ is in the 1-hour imbalance, in the 15-minute imbalance, taken buy side, SMT at the high. Right, where can I get in now? And I was thinking, right, ES is holding this bearish imbalance, which doesn't exist on NQ because it was just so choppy, so choppy. But we get this imbalance open up, clear manipulation up, and then, you know, we clean inversion. As soon as this candle closes, I put a sell order right here. This candle closed at 10:06, which is right here, or 10:07 it closed. ES has not ran through this 1 minute imbalance. I expect this to continue to hold. I expect NQ to no longer come back to this area. And, you know, I put my limit order down to sell one at the inverse. Instantly, this candle comes back up, taps me in, literally perfectly taps me in. That was my fill right there. My stop went just above the candle of the imbalance because this is holding. We've got an SMT. It could go up here. It probably should go up here, but I made it a little bit tighter, risking $355. So yeah, I risked 0.25% on the first trade, risked 0.71 on this trade, 1% risk for the day. You know, it is what it is. In my head, my max loss per day is $300 across this account. It has been the whole time. In my head, just $300 is fine, max loss. So this was a little bit more, but again, I was in the mindset of if this trade loses, I'm back where I was after yesterday anyway. After yesterday properly, but that overnight thing, I got really lucky. That's what allowed me to risk this much. I think I would have just risked, if I didn't do that last night, I would have just risked $71 on this with 2 micro contracts. I would have made 372. That's still a good day. But you know, I had that room, I had that wiggle room in my mind, in my mindset, which shouldn't happen again. It won't happen again. But this is everything I wanted to see. So right there, got in. We then actually had the 1 minute change in the state. This is the manipulation leg on the 1 minute. We had that change in the state. We pulled back to it, and now right here, I wanted to add another mini contract and keep my stop at break even. If I added another contract here, my fill would have been about here, I'd say. And the stop there makes sense. We have no reason to come back to the change in the state now that we've wicked it and got this closed. So this candle right here, we wicked it, closed. We then came up one more time, and I was thinking I could add here, and my stop could go here, and I could make so much more money. But I didn't want to put more risk on the table. Yes, my stop would have been at break even, but it was still added risk. My fill could have been like here, and that break even doesn't make sense. So I chose not to. I chose not to be greedy, which I think is the right decision, and I'm glad I made that right decision. But like, I could have banked a lot more, but it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter. So we had the change in the state, pull back to it, then we got this massive candle down displacement. We got below this low, so I went break even. Completely risk off. We had nearly a 200 tick candle. I want to see the internal low get taken now. I don't want to see us come back. We just had massive displacement down. I don't want to see us come back. I want to see us take the internal low now. So I went break even. And also, as I went break even, I couldn't see my P&L, which was good because I was aware I was up about $1,000 at this point. And when you're seeing $1,000 there on a funded account, every part of you wants to close. I wanted to close this trade so badly, but I didn't. I let it go to my order. I was taking everything off. I had one contract anyway, but that is the low-hanging fruit. That's the internal low. That is what I'm confident gets hit. So yeah, that happened. The internal low got taken. I was filled in my order. That is 372 ticks on NQ, which is $1,800. $1,860. Obviously, the first loss of $136 puts me at $1,700 made on the day. Account balance $1,800 now. That means I think I have more contracts on micro now. Yeah, I have 3. Whoa. I now can trade 3 micro contracts and also 3 minis on Trade of 8. Make it make sense. If I was on Top Step X right now, I'd have 30 micros or 3 minis. That makes so much more sense. But, you know, I have 3 micros to play with now, so it's a little more comfortable on the risk, which is good. But yeah, so I could have held for longer. If I entered in a position here, I would have let my runner go to this sell side level. ES took it at 1020, we'll call it. Where are we on there? 1020. So we put in an SMT 10 to here. So whether I would have closed it once the SMT was put in, I don't know. But the SMT was put in. But anyway, the standard deviation was hit. We have now rebalanced to equilibrium of the range. And one should expect external sell side to now be taken and this SMT to get ran through. But there is an SMT, so who knows? There's no reason to get back into a trade. But the likely story as we continue to come back down. So I'll keep my eyes on that just in case. It's always good to get the experience. But standard deviation's been hit. We've rebalanced to equilibrium. There is an SMT. Is there an SMT? Yeah, there is. There is an SMT at this high. Yeah. So we can, and this imbalance has been ran. So we can expect external sell side to now be taken. We can expect this to be taken. This taken, we don't really know, but there's no reason to think about it anymore. I've done my trade. In and I'm out. So yeah, pretty good day. I'm gonna go make a extremely clickbait thumbnail title. I made $1,800 day trading NQ. Trade recap. That is the title. You will see it. I'm gonna make a thumbnail as well. But yeah, solid day. My hair looks like a bird's nest, but it's what it is. The Discord server is going pretty good. Thanks to everyone that's joined so far. Thank you all to all your support. Follow me on X as well. Discord server link in the bio, in the description. We're nearly at 300 subscribers, which is just insane to me. Again, I can't emphasize enough how much it means that every single day you guys watch the recaps and stuff. It means a lot. And yeah, it's a good start to the year. Funded accounts at nearly 2,000 in profit now. The goal now for the funded account, obviously my drawdown is brought up a hell of a lot now. I didn't want to move that. That was what I wanted to do. Obviously my trailing drawdown is brought up a hell of a lot now. £30 minus 2,000. So yeah, I can't go below minus $135 now. So obviously the goal now is to build up a buffer to take payouts from. So now that I'm at 1,800, I want to get to like 4,000, then withdraw 1.5, and then I've always got a 2.5k buffer. Because as soon as I withdraw, my max loss goes to 0. If that makes sense. So if I withdraw 800 now, I have 1,000 left to play with until my account's gone. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep at least a $2,000 buffer. So the goal is to now build up that cushion to then take a payout. But that is certainly a good day. Super happy with it. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.